Hello everybody, my name is Claudio Cañete. I'm Business Development Director for the whole Premo Group. I am here today to explain you a new invention from our innovation department called 3D Power. It's a new magnetic that we invented. I hope that you will understand all the technical details behind this nice component. I can show you here the latest. I will start from the end. This is the latest model of this technology. This is an 11 kilowatt magnetic where the transformer and the resonant choke is integrated in one single part. This is the overall size of the component, and here I have another part which is also 11 kilowatt, and it's also transformer and resonant choke integrated. But in this case, there are individual components not sharing a single core like in the case of 3D Power. And you can compare clearly the overall size reduction that we do with our invention. This is the key feature of this patent, of this technology. The application of this technology is clearly automotive, where the size and volume requirements are becoming one of the key factors to success in the power electronics converter for hybrid and electric cars. The technology is able to solve specifically this size and weight problem. As you can see clearly here in the comparison between these two components. I will go now a little into the details on what's behind this. Everything starts from the inner core. That is a special custom design core made from our mechanics department and looks like a toroid. Okay, these are the two halves of the cores are here, and once they are assembled, it's like a standard toroid, but there is a secret behind. In the inner side, you can see how the toroid is hollow. In this hollow area of the toroid, we introduce this bobbin with the first coil completely integrated inside, like this. One special remark, because due to the high amount of integration on this magnetic, remember we are integrating the transformer and the choke in one single core. The power density is much bigger and the losses are concentrated in much less volume. So we have a significant increase on the amount of heat that this component dissipates. So all heat dissipation techniques that we also invented in our department are applied here. And this is why you can see here two bobbins. One is white color and this is black color. This is the standard polyamide automotive grade plastic that has a very pure heat dissipation. This is made in Coolplast. Coolplast is a new plastic made by the Coolmac company, and this plastic has bigger than 2.5 watts of heat dissipation, and that's why we are using this here. The bobbin is of the resonant choke is made here and then introduced inside the core. We assemble the core. The core has a hole here to allows the wires came out. We introduced this finish unit in a second capsule that is also made in heat dissipation plastic like Coolplast. Once the capsule is closed together, we achieve the isolation of the choke, electrical isolation, and now this is a kind of toroid ready to wind in the other direction, in the outer direction. So the windings of the outer trafo will be completely at 90 degrees of the windings on the inner choke. When you have two fields in one core at exactly 90 degrees, according to the electromagnetic laws, they can live together in the same core at the same time. And this is the key that we are using here to integrate the two components. When we design power densities and power sizes over 7 kilowatts, the amount of heat is increasing, as I explained before, and we have to use a potting compound to help to dissipate this heat from the top of the magnetic to the liquid cooling plate on the bottom. And to achieve this, we use this gray compound that you see here, which is a specific custom developed silicon compound made 100% focused on magnetics for power electronics. The name of this compound is Coolmac, and you can buy it directly to Coolmac company. It's a fully silicon compound compatible with the magnetics materials. There is no metallic particles here. All the fillers are minerals, and the heat dissipation, the thermal conductivity of this compound is bigger than 1.7 watts millikelvin. So we use this all inside the 3D Power, including inside the capsule, to remove any kind of air bubble or air in the assembly. The air is a very bad material for transferring the heat, and we remove it by this silicone to improve the heat dissipation. You can see here a finished unit with the primary and secondary of the transformer made in lead wire outside in the core. And then the two white cables here are the wires that goes to the inner coil. Using this, we can achieve the power density of this component, 11 kilowatt in this small size. There are several models available in our catalog. We have the 11 kilowatt model, we have 7 kilowatt model, we have even up to 22 kilowatts model. But the special thing of this technology is that we can customize any kind of solution or any kind of magnetics integration using this concept. It's not only a resonant choke in the inside and a trafo on the outside. We can combine the two areas where we can do windings in any kind of customization possible. And this is another advantage of our company. We are open to work with you in any kind of inquiry or custom development. Compared with other technologies, you already saw at the beginning, the size reduction is one of the biggest factors, but also the capability of this technology to integrate in a smaller volume all connections and the magnetics in one single package is a really big advantage in terms of the mechanics of the connection to the power converter. When we develop and produce this kind of samples, you need to know we have a full capability in our labs to test on the same conditions that you send to us on coming from your power electronics converter topology. We have a full power test bench developed in the company that we can set up with any kind of waveforms, currents and voltages that we inject into the unit, and we have a cool plate where we can simulate the heat dissipation to the liquid cooling. In this way, we can send to you the samples fully finished, fully tested, and under operation conditions similar to what the sample will suffer once you test it in your power electronic converter. Thank you very much for listening. Any kind of inquiry, you will have the contact data in our website.